Let's see if I can hear myself. Test 1, 2, 3. Wonderful, that works. Chat doesn't show properly. I guess I'll disable that. So, welcome everybody. I hope this is going to work. Let's see. Oh, I get a notification that my bitrate is too high. Let's see what that is supposed to mean here. Hey Aiden, thank you for the test. Is the stream working for you well? Like, can you hear me well? Can you see the screen well here? Wonderful. Perfect. Cool. So, yeah, I'm just checking some stuff out because I have no clue what I'm doing here with YouTube. I have never worked with YouTube in regards to setting this up correctly. So I have no idea what I'm doing here. So, yeah. The preview is still going on. I think the start is supposed to be in like 15 minutes. So is there a way to make a countdown or something like that? Let's go. Let's see if I can add a countdown or something like that. Let's do it like this here. I have an idea. Let's do this right away. Just a second. I need to adjust this real quick. It's too much. It's better. And this. Is this visible? So right now they just had the national hymn in the Formula One race. And we see some helicopters flying around. And yeah, I guess we'll find out how the start is going. Let me do something real quick. How do I do this? Okay. Do this like this. This is not relevant yet, but I'll do this for later. So let's make this invisible for now. So what do you think of the design here of the overlay? I think it's pretty sleek. We see here like driver tracker for when they want to do pit stops. We can see the timings here. We have a weather radar. We can see team radios. and even play them. Just a second, let's try that out real quick. Should have played a dial tone. Yeah, that worked. So we can see the transcripts here, and we can see we can hear the texts and stuff like that. We can have all the info here. Obviously, the live tracking of all the cars will be here. So let's see how we're going to do this here. Oh, it tells me I have 3 concurrent viewers. Let's see. Why do I see the pit stop time text go over it like this? I didn't want that. Oh, hold on. No, I was just not live. Okay, let's see if this works now. I should... Okay, so... can we do a ping test with you? So, ping. Okay, that was quite long. Like 10 seconds, but okay. For now, that's all right. So a few more minutes and then the race is going to start. Do you watch Formula One sometimes? So, which channel is that? I don't know. I don't know which one you mean, but whatever. Okay. Fascinating. I have no clue anymore which one you mean. But I guess that's all right. So we're seeing now the drivers hopping into their cars. Okay, we can see the tires being published. Oh, Leclerc is starting on used soft tires. So we can see Verstappen and Norris, and Russell, like basically everybody is on medium tires except for Leclerc, Bortoletto, Stroll on soft, and Ocon, Albon, and Hadjar on hard. Hadjar makes sense. Like those three make total sense because they are trying to extend their stint as long as possible and then go onto a softer tire at the end. And then we'll have to see how this develops. There is obviously a good chance. So Piastri is the leader in the standings right now, and then Norris, and then Verstappen. And there is a good chance of a crash in turn 1 here, because turn 1 is actually quite interesting, as in I'll show you a picture of it. So basically it goes up the hill here, and then you can see here into a very tight corner. So a lot of crashes usually happen here. Oh, now I killed my browser window. Just bear with me. Here we go. I don't know if you saw the window. I probably didn't share it properly. Whatever. It is what it is. Anyway. Yeah. So the corner is very tight here. You'll see that there are chances for an accident. So now on the live stream, they're showing the starting positions that we went already through. There will be 0 chance of rain. It's a fairly dry situation there right now. It's not hot. I mean, 44 degrees Celsius on the track. It's warm, but not hot hot. So we will probably not need the weather radar here, because chances of us having any rain are basically 0%. And we get all the notifications. So Alban asked about the tires, which is also quite interesting. Everybody else got like radio checks, etc., to see if they can get ahead. Hello, USAGP live on Full HD. Are you like promoting a? How's it going? Thank you for joining. So the first live tracking is going on because our formation lab is starting now. Test successful. Ah, okay. So we know now also that the track contract has been prolonged until 2034. So we know this amazing track, which is one of the best tracks on the calendar, to be honest, is going to be in Formula One for another couple of years at least. And the formation lab is almost done. Sadly, my stream is a little lagging behind. And I don't know if I can add a delay here to the whole thing. Oh, maybe I can actually. So maybe I should do that. Just so I have... Which corner are they in? I think I need to add a little bit more delay. Like 5 more seconds maybe? Hold on, no. No, I just need to add... I need to add like 20 seconds. Let's see. Just so we have a bit better situation here. Yeah, maybe I need another 3 seconds. I think then we're perfect. Or almost perfect. So cars are setting themselves up for the start. So in general, in Kota, this situation is that the first position has a disadvantage. So we'll see how that goes here. Hold on, I still have some delay to add here because my stream is still maybe I'm like 30 seconds behind roughly. So the race is about to start any second. I add another couple seconds just to be sure. So we get the green flag. And the race is about to start. And Verstappen is blocking a position, so this is fairly good. And Piastri has an amazing start. Oh, that's very tight there for him. So Piastri already gained a position. And Norris lost the position to Leclerc. So far no accident, so that's a good sign. This is basically a perfect start for Verstappen in regards to possibly... Oh, and Russell is attacking Piastri here. Let's see. Piastri could defend it, so he didn't lose the position. And Max Verstappen is trying to pull away. He's already 1 second ahead, so that's like really, really good. He's trying to break immediately the 1 second barrier to not have a delay. Oh, is my stream stuck? Oh, no, we're there. Okay, perfect. So we are almost through lap 1 here. Oh, I can remove some delay here because my stream just refreshed better. Let's release a couple more seconds. Like, what a race, man. Like, hold on. Like, I need to update it a little bit more because it seems like my stream is now quite far ahead of what is actually happening on thing. And we just got a notification that DRS is now enabled. Let's see where we are at with the stream now. Is this correct? Yeah, I think this is correct. Let's see. Oh, is this... No, I think this is... Like, this is very confusing with the delay here. I think... I need to figure this out. Sorry about that, guys. This is still... Okay, so I'm sorry for tinkering with that. I hope that will be... Oh! Sainz has overtaken Berman here. And Verstappen is already 1.7 seconds ahead. That's extremely fast. Piastri is not able to get close to Hamilton so far. I don't know what's going on with this tracking. It's a little confused. Like, it's jumping the delay, like sometimes my stream is ahead of it, then my stream is behind of it. I have no idea why that is the case. So I need to add some more delay. I'm so sorry about that. Let's see if we have some interesting notifications. No, we don't. Okay, apparently Max Verstappen has also back pain issues today. I add another couple of things. I'm so sorry about that. Oh, and Norris is attacking Piastri here. It's very close. He almost made it, and he is still trying to attack him, but he currently cannot overtake him. So we are actually having some racing here, but that's to be expected on this track because it invites for overtakes, which is amazing. Oh, we had a collision between Albon and Bortoletto. So Albon is currently last place because of that incident. And no further investigation. And Verstappen is pulling away. I assume the soft tire from Leclerc, because it was already like three laps old, is just not holding up for much longer. So he will probably switch to a hard tire afterwards or something like that and go long. But the question is, how long can you go with the hard tire? Okay, Norris is attacking again to overtake Leclerc. So Max Verstappen is already pulling away like crazy, like over 3 seconds already. And Hamilton cannot actually keep up with Norris and Leclerc, but even more surprising, Piastri cannot really keep up. So he's not really pushing for an overtake here. That obviously is playing into the cards for Verstappen here right now. And Max Verstappen also 8/10 faster last lap. That is crazy. So it is visible also that the tires for Charles Leclerc are quite under scrutiny because they are on soft tires and he's just like, yeah, the tires are just not holding up. Although currently the gap is shrinking a tiny bit again between him and Verstappen. Verstappen had a slightly slower lap. He specifically lost his time in the first and the last sector. So let's see if that was a fluke or if that will keep going like that. Whoa, black and white flag already for Hajar. That means he is already on his third violation. That is insane. If he doesn't pay attention, then he will get his he will get a 5-second penalty. So Charles Leclerc is actually getting closer. So the question is if Verstappen is already saving tires or what he's doing there. Like, is he prolonging the tire life of the tires or what is he doing there? Because he's consistently now driving 40.3 times. So we'll see about that. And we have a yellow flag. Antonelli had an accident. And Sainz as well. I guess they had a collision. So let's see what's going on there. So Antonelli was able to get moving again, but Sainz is stuck. So I guess he will have to be pulled out. So that might actually turn into a safety car situation here. And we got virtual safety car deployed. So that means the situation is that they have to keep the distance between themselves. So that means like 5 seconds for Verstappen ahead of Leclerc, although this looks like it's still skewed from the timing for going into the yellow flag, into the virtual safety car. So we'll see about that. Yeah, I don't know about that. The accident between Antonelli and Sainz, that looked a lot like it was just on Sainz. And the virtual safety car is still going on. And we also have already 2 violations by Colapinto. So the incident between Antonelli and Sainz is going to be under investigation. And Albon was in the pits. And I guess the virtual safety car will get turned off soon. We still have double yellow in sector 16, but I assume the virtual safety car will be off soon just because Sainz is already gone. And Sainz is confirmed out. And if the standings stay like that, Verstappen is only 23 points behind Norris and 40 points behind Piastri. So that would change everything. Okay, there's still debris on the track that's going to be cleaned up, so the virtual safety car will stay out for another while. And yeah. Okay, the virtual safety car is ending, and we're going. So Verstappen lost basically a little bit of time, but Norris really slept on the restart. He lost like 2 seconds to Leclerc. That's really bad. And Piastri also slept a little bit to Hamilton. So that might be actually Hamilton's chance to actually be able to get to Norris, but we'll see. And the incidents between Sainz and Antonelli will be investigated after the race. And DRS is also already enabled, so here we might actually see an attack from Hamilton to Norris. Because it looks like, oh no, right now Norris is a little bit too far away from Hamilton. So I don't think we will be able to see an attack here. Let's see how it keeps going here. So the distance between Verstappen and Leclerc is staying stable at 2.7 seconds. And Norris is just unable to catch up with him. That's very fascinating. Still 1.8 seconds, roughly. Although Hamilton cannot keep up and Piastri cannot keep up. They are like really pulling ahead here. And this virtual safety car is basically perfect for Leclerc because he was able to cool down his tires, as it seems. And Piastri is complaining about his front left tire here. So that's explaining why he cannot keep up. So apparently, according to Pirelli, the hard tires are supposed to be able to last up to 36 laps. So for the people who want to do one stop, they need to get to lap 20. For the soft tires, And the two-stop strategy, it will basically be necessary to, if you start with the soft tires, to get to lap 12 at least. So basically, at the end of this lap, Leclerc can look into coming in. So we'll see how that goes. Oh, I can turn this off here. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So we can see that we have quite a few track violations, and Norris is right at the tail of Leclerc here, and he's going to overtake him any second. I think. I think it's time for Leclerc to go to get new tires soon. I think now at the straight, Leclerc is due for an overtake. Yeah. No, Leclerc survived another time. If Leclerc can manage this a little bit longer, let's see where we are at. Right now, he would be probably around Alonso here if he comes into the pits, because you need about 21 seconds for the pit stop. Let's add this real quick here. Roughly 21 seconds to be safe. Like they say, 20.6 seconds for a pit stop. So, for example, Verstappen could probably come in and end up before Hülkenberg. Yeah. So. And once you have like fresh tires, you want definitely to be not stuck behind somebody else. Although with the tire delta, you probably get quite the advantage right now if you change. Oh, my stream just told me that it was disconnected. We should be back. I'm sorry for that. So Lando Norris might, after the long straight now, be able to get into a position where he can maybe look for an overtake. Let's see. No, he's not able to. He's too far away. And now we can see there are almost 21 seconds between Alonso and Leclerc, so there might actually be soon a window here between car number 16 and car number 14, as you can see here. So we are now 18 laps in. Soon there might be an option to go into the idea, like, yeah, it will be very, very difficult to just push through the end to the end on a medium tire. But we are now almost at the idea of switching to a hard tire and going till the end with that tire delta. So we have to see if that will work out for Leclerc. So we have now about 21 seconds between Leclerc and Alonso. So that's what Leclerc wants. I guess another few minutes, like another lap or so, and then we should be there. He is still currently, like if we look at the last lap, Alonso is doing high 140s, and Leclerc is about a second faster lap right now. And Norris is really, really struggling with keeping up, with overtaking, despite the advantage in tires. As in, he has a harder tire and medium tire, and they're 3 laps younger. That's very fascinating here. So currently, if we look at the standings here, we can see that Verstappen is in a very, very good position for himself. Oh, now Norris is quite close here. That might be it for Leclerc. Let's see. Very well defended from Leclerc. Well, let's see how he can defend here. Oh, that's very rough defending. Track limits for Norris. Let's see if Norris has now the third one. That would be very, very bad for him. Because one more track limit, then he... Like, if he has... Like, he was off limit now. If he gets this one actually counted, then he's at 3. So at the fourth one, he gets a 5-second penalty. But that's all also very, very good for Verstappen. As long as Norris gets stuck behind Leclerc, Verstappen can just pull ahead. These transcription from the actual voice is funny. Let's listen to. Yeah.
Truck limits for hours.
Copy.
Yeah, instead of track limits, it wrote truck in. Truck in between. This is ridiculous, but it's okay. So now we have 22 seconds between Leclerc and Alonso, so that should be more than enough to go for a pit stop, and we are also in lap 20. So he might be able to just go to a hard tire now and be done for the rest. So I assume next lap will be the lap he will go for it. And yeah, now we have Norris track violation. So we got it confirmed. So if Norris gets one more track limits, he loses 5 seconds. That would currently put him behind Hamilton. And that race is still going for quite a while. We're not even at halftime yet. Like, if I was Leclerc, I would just go in now. And now that Norris got past... Oh! He almost lost the car there actually. And Max Verstappen is now 10 seconds ahead. So, oh, and Leclerc almost pushed. Yeah, that one was quite dangerous for Norris. Almost a track happened. And Leclerc still stays out. So this I don't understand now. Why Leclerc is still staying in? Because now he is in the hard tire delta. This makes no sense to me, but I'm not a race engineer, so... But then again, Ferrari doing Ferrari things. It doesn't have to make sense. Yeah. And in the current situation, the standings would be that Norris is only 14 points behind Piastri. So that might actually become very interesting. But Piastri is also catching up a little bit. Earlier he was over 4 seconds behind, and now it's only 3.5. So with the incidence between Leclerc and Norris, why is Leclerc blocking? What they're doing is like stupid. Like, oh my god, almost Hamilton and Leclerc almost crashed here. Leclerc is fighting like a stupid idiot here right now. Like, I don't know what's going on between them, if they have a feud or something like that going on, because he's fighting if they're not, as if they're not teammates, and he has the slower tire, and he's going to box now, which is really, really stupid that he's costing Hamilton time here. So Norris was able now to pull ahead because Leclerc was just not a good team player here, and I wonder why. So that's quite fascinating. But let's see now how Leclerc is doing. So he ended up coming in before Alonso as expected. Let's see if he can actually close in some time. So now the first sector is obviously slower, but the second sector will be an indicator how much faster he can go. Like high 39s are what the other guys are doing right now. So now is the moment where we'll see how fast Leclerc is going. And he's going slower. Okay, maybe he's taking the tires slowly in because he did take the mediums. I wonder if they're expecting that he can drive over 30 laps with the mediums. Maybe they're thinking that. That he can actually drive 34 laps with it. Apparently it is doable. I mean, it makes sense if you look at it. All the guys on hard tires are stuck in the back. I'm surprised how well Stroll is doing with his soft tires here. If I look at it, Stroll gained 7 spots, which is quite insane. Tsunoda also 7 spots up. The difference between Piastri and Hamilton is still, the distance is still staying stable right now. And Leclerc he must be taking it slow because his times are not faster than the rest. I'm just surprised about that, really, to be honest. Let's see if he starts cracking out some better times now. Yeah, slightly better now. Like in the microsectors, he's doing just slightly better. And Verstappen already 11 seconds ahead. And if you look at it times-wise now, Verstappen is almost safe before Russell here. So Leclerc is actually doing a personal best third sector here. And he also drove just the fastest lap of the field. So I guess now the tires are in the optimal temperature to give it a go. And Ocon is coming in. And Ocon changed from white tires to yellow tires. So Leclerc is still doing it slowly. Like the fresh medium tires are not necessarily faster than the old ones. So because the asphalt temperature is quite high, I think that he is doing it slowly, like that he's slowly easing the tire into it. Because he's not like crushing everything, although he went now 0.3 faster than everybody else. And 0.4 faster than Norris. So right now, Leclerc is actually getting into the territory of the undercut actually working. However, right now there is still, as long as McLaren is not messing up the pit stop, Norris is probably going to be able to overtake Leclerc here. But I guess we'll find out. And currently Hamilton is definitely not able to overtake Leclerc. So Norris still 22 seconds ahead of Leclerc, so that means he will not be able to pit yet. And Verstappen is almost clear of Piastri here in the stopping. And Alex Albon and Colapinto almost had a crash. And Verstappen is saying the tires are not in best shape anymore. They're tricky, he says. So Leclerc is still running the fastest times. Like 0.7 faster now than Verstappen and Norris. So if he can keep up that pace another lap or two, and then he will be able to overtake Norris again. And the question is then, what Norris will do. He will probably have to go to hard tires. But the question is if they are fast enough to actually keep Leclerc behind, or is he extending his stint so long that he can go to soft, but then he will definitely end up behind Leclerc first and will have to overtake him, and I don't know if that's the better option here. Leclerc is still 22 seconds behind Norris here. But Leclerc also gets now into the dirtier from Bearman, so. So Leclerc is now getting into the DRS zone, so he can hold down his wing on the straights. And Verstappen's engineer just told him that he can try to extend his stint to go into the alternative strategy, which is probably one stop into soft tires. So Leclerc just passed Bearman. And George Russell is slowly catching back up to Piastri, as you can see here. So Leclerc is only 21 seconds, 21.3 seconds behind Norris. Now it's getting into the territory where Leclerc can actually possibly overtake Norris. And McLaren just asked Piastri if he might. What the heck, stupid internet. So we're back live. Sorry for that. My internet just cut out for a second. So Piastri apparently is coming in for soft tires now. Mercedes will probably react to that. Let's see. So Piastri is in. Russell drove past. And Piastri switched to soft tires now. That was a quick stop by Piastri. Bearman also is coming in. So a few people are stopping now. And Leclerc is now only 20 seconds behind Norris, so that might actually be dangerous for Norris. Hamilton comes to pit. And maybe Russell as well. Let's see. Russell stays out. So Hamilton made it out before Piastri. And Hamilton is onto used softs. So let's see if they can last until the end of the race. The advantage, of course, is that but Piastri also was on used softs, I think. So they're all on used softs here. So they might just have been hardened softs. And we got another Bortoletto notification. So Leclerc is now basically past Norris because he's 18 seconds. I don't think he will stay ahead. A bad stop also, 3.8 seconds by Norris. Yeah. And Leclerc is going to be past him. And yeah, Leclerc is definitely going past with quite some distance. And now Verstappen is also coming to the pits. And in the in-lap, Norris almost got another off track, which is why he was also slower. He lost like a second there, basically. A 2.6 second stop for Verstappen. And Russell is coming in as well. And Verstappen is also going on to used softs. And Piastri just passed Russell. And Hamilton just did the fastest sector 1. And a yellow flag. Tsunoda and Behrman. Yellow flag is cleared up again. So currently the race is fairly slow. Like there's not much going on. Except for the incident now between Behrman and Tsunoda. So we can see Norris is catching up more and more to Leclerc. Albon with another track violation here. So he's at 2 now. So last time around when Norris was behind Leclerc, it took him 21 laps to get past him. And he caused 3 off tracks. So that might actually be a risk. So Charles Leclerc would probably know about it. And Bortoleto for his second stop in. And Norris almost had another off track at the last turn of the lap. He's really playing with fire here. If the standings are staying as current, Norris is only 17 points behind Piastri for now. And Albon another off track, so he has a black and white one. Black and white flag, I mean. So one more incident and he gets a 5-second penalty. And it looks like currently Verstappen is managing the distance because he's not really pushing to go faster. So we can see that he's probably just managing the tires to get easily till the end. What is very interesting is that Hamilton is just not able to catch up to the two ahead of him. So he is not faster, or like he's actually significantly slower and just losing more and more time. Basically, he's the same speed as Piastri and Russell behind him. So there might be a good chance that he's also just managing tires and hoping for a situation to happen ahead of him, or a new safety car or whatever. And Norris is getting closer and closer. Like he's now close enough to actually try for an overtake. So Max Verstappen is literally just managing the tires as it seems. So just an overview again against the live standings. So Verstappen, so first is Piastri with 346, then 17 points behind at the current way would be Norris with 329, and 40 points behind Verstappen would be behind Piastri would be Verstappen. And Hülkenberg would actually move up to place 9 with his 4 points. That would be a nice top 10 for now. And Norris is already complaining that his tires are gone. So the track temperature is slightly going down, although the air temperature is going up. And Stroll is actually doing pretty well for himself. He is currently in place 12th, so still 7 positions up. And has the advantage over Lawson and Alonso in regards to the tires. And they're still possible to be gotten because he's only like 2 seconds behind Alonso. As we can see here, this is the cluster of the 3. And McLaren is currently really struggling to keep up with Leclerc because his medium tires are just better, so he cannot keep up with him. I assume that Lando Norris actually gets in real trouble. The question is if he's overheated his tires so much that Hamilton will be able to catch up, or if he will just be able to manage to rescue his P3. And the other question is obviously if Piastri can keep Russell behind, because now it's only 2.6 seconds between Russell and Piastri, which was much more earlier. And if we're looking at the tire times, they're currently the same. And we already have almost 2 seconds now between Leclerc and Piastri. Leclerc and Norris. But Hamilton is still not able to keep up. However, Verstappen is still driving the fastest laps. And if we're looking at the speeds, so basically Ferrari has the highest end speed here. And if we're looking at the highest speeds, the Red Bull is clearly off. However, both the McLarens are also nowhere to be seen basically in the high speed ends, high end speeds. We can start to see some lines developing, some tire wear developing on Verstappen's tires, so that might also be an issue. And Verstappen is still very much managing the tires. Norris is completely falling away. So it seems like Piastri and Russell, I don't think Russell will be able to catch up with Piastri anymore. I think the top five top six are pretty much set in stone here. Maybe the top 7 or 8 even, because I don't think anything here actually in the top 9, unless there's an incident, will change. Stroll is now caught up with Lawson here, so he's in the DRS zone, which is here, so he might actually be able to put pressure on Lawson. Well, the issue for Stroll here is that Lawson also has DRS from Alonso, and therefore he will not be able to overtake it easily unless he can pressure Lawson into a mistake, although that's definitely a possibility here. Despite people complaining about Stroll's driving abilities, I still think he's a better driver than Lawson. So this here is all pretty much set. Leclerc is still having about 6.5 seconds to Verstappen. So that would mean Verstappen would need to lose about 0.5 seconds a lap, a little bit more, just for it to basically 0.6 seconds a lap for Leclerc to be able to overtake him. So I don't think that's going to happen. I think for Norris, the best thing to do is to secure the the P3 and possibly maybe get back to Leclerc in the end, but I don't think that will happen. It's still better to have P3 than to completely ruin the tires and maybe even losing this P3 to Hamilton. So Leclerc just Nando Lewis just got the instruction to just keep maintaining the temperature of the tire and then being able to attack once the tire temperature dropped. There's still no development here at all. Like everything seems to be set in stone. Nobody's able to put pressure on anybody else. The people who could maybe are all on like 3 incident points, 3 violations. And that means if they get one more, then they are getting a 5-second penalty. Although the person who most likely is going to go for an overtake from those is Hadjar. So Norris is actually pushing now. He is getting faster. Like we see 2.2 seconds now. Like we see here, right? And since Silverstone, Hülkenberg hasn't pointed any, done any scores, scored any points, sorry. And that would be his first points since Silverstone podium. Only 1.7 seconds for Norris to Leclerc. So that might still get interesting. .6 seconds. So he is actually catching up now. He just gained half a second in one lap. And the track temperature is also dropping. So that might actually be good for Norris. We're down to 1.4 seconds. So 1.1 seconds. Norris is almost in the DRS window. We're very, very close to the DRS window here. And after the long straight, there is a good chance that he's in the DRS window. Let's see. So on the straight, he should be able to, on the straight of the start finish line, he should be able to be in the DRS window. So now he's in the DRS window. Let's see after the S's where he will be at. Norris is now very close. A little bit of a mistake from Leclerc. So he's just only half a second behind now. If he can maintain roughly half a second towards the start-finish straight, he might be able to do the overtake. But he cannot make a mistake here. But looking at the rear end for Leclerc, and Leclerc is trying to his overtake. And Leclerc counters. But due to this overtake, and Norris actually had the advantage of having a little bit more distance in the S's, which made him being able towards here 7, 8, 9 to go closer. And at the end of the straight, he will be able to attack. Let's see if that will work out. And Norris has been able to overtake. That's now Norris has to not get another track incident, and then he should be able to drive away. Let's see if Norris was able to keep the tire temperature low enough to not cause an issue for him with that. And Leclerc got the information that Norris is still on 3 strikes, so he should keep the pressure on. So currently Leclerc cannot keep up with Norris. And that would mean that Norris is only 14 points behind Piastri. We have it here. Here we go. So 14 points Norris to Piastri. And looking at how this is currently going in regards to the momentum, as in Piastri fumbling this weekend, the weekend before, and the weekend before that, currently it looks all like it's going to be between Norris and Verstappen in the end of the season, but we'll find out. Oh yeah, and Hutcher was able to get past Gasly. And I think Stroll gave up on trying to get past Lawson. Wow, Leclerc is already 2.4 seconds behind Norris, so I think he gave up on that. This is somehow probably the best scenario that Norris could ask for. Like Piastri only on P5, not able to catch up with Hamilton. That is going to be very interesting towards the end of the season. And currently for driver of the day, Leclerc is ahead of Verstappen in the voting. So 37% of all the people voted for Leclerc to win. So he will probably win driver of the day today. Also, the question is, what will McLaren do? Because if you look at it, he's Piastri is roughly 17 seconds behind his teammate. No, even more. 20 seconds. So 20 seconds behind Norris. That is a big problem. So place 8 for Hülkenberg looks like it's going to be happening. So Colapinto just overtook Gasly, despite being told to hold position. But Alpine is like doing so badly for the last couple of races. And Norris is already 5 seconds ahead of Leclerc. Like he really, really, really pulled away. So Norris is already over 5 seconds ahead. So even if he gets a black flag for track violations, he will be ahead of Leclerc. I guess that's why he's pushing so hard. Bortolito just overtook, but Gasly. Yeah, it's so quiet. I'm sorry for that. There's nothing really going on right now, and chat was so quiet I didn't know what to say. So Verstappen just won the race. Norris going to be second. Leclerc is going to be third. And the race is over. I'm going to end the stream now. I wish you all a nice evening.